Hello to all you Geminis. This is your monthly horoscope for April of 2021. Precise, concise videos, not too long. I hope to get to my 5 minutes ever. I always say 5 minutes, it's always longer. But anyways, let's have a look at what this is all about. Two kind of important energies, so to speak. The first 2 weeks is a lot about Pluto. The other 2 weeks, the latest part of the month, is a bit more about the Saturn-Uranus square. So let's start with Pluto there. Now, this is really a bit less important because it's not in key areas of your life. Again, these are general horoscopes, right? But you're going to have a highlight between the Sun and Venus squaring up to Pluto in your 8th house. Now, what does it mean? The 11th house is a very fun house, though. It's the house of friends, it's the house of like-minded people, it's the house of your aspirations, your goals, and the Sun there puts a spotlight on it. And Venus there as well. It normally, I know it sounds funny in these days when I mention it, but it is a bit more of a social energy, more of interactions with friends, depending of course, I know we are in strange times now, but it could mean that you just meet up maybe through the internet as well, right? Excuse me. But anyways, Venus and the Sun in the 11th house is very good to feel loved by your friends and to enjoy that time for sure, but also to put some energy towards what you want for the future, what your plans are for the future. It does square up around the 12th, it does square up to your Venus, and around the 16th to the Sun there in the 11th house. It squares up with Pluto in the 8th. Now, what it simply means is that if you have some goals for the future or some connections with like-minded people, it can clash with the values of other people. It can clash with how you see the transformation going on a deep psychological level. So maybe some friends of you that you're saying like, oh yeah, I don't know, are these people in, or are they in with me or not, right? And with others, you could say, yeah, these are becoming really, really important. So there is something about friendships, connections, goals for the future that kind of needs a transformation. You could do the same with your goals. Maybe you have some goals that were not realistic, and instead of pushing through, which is Venus square Pluto is all about, I want something, and then you try to overdo it. Now, my advice is don't do that, right? My advice is if things are out of your control and some objectives, it's not possible, just let it go and see what happens. That's the lesson of Venus square Pluto. And also with the Sun. So when you have a certain goal in your head and it's really not working out, just let it go. But if it's something that needs a bit more effort, that needs a bit more focus, and you're a bit afraid of it, I would say the opposite. I would say do it. You see, it really depends on where you are at. Now, more towards the end of the month, which is as from, let's say, the 22nd of the month and onwards, it's the Uranus-Saturn square again, that although it is not exact anymore, it's being activated by planets in Taurus, by fast planets. So Venus, Mercury, and the Sun are going to conjoin with Uranus, and amongst that it's going to form an opposition with the full moon on the 27th of the month in Scorpio. Now for you, this happens in all this culmination of energy is happening in a water house. It's happening in your 12th house, so very for you behind the scenes what I'm talking about now. It's the 12th house is the house where we rest, where we reload the batteries. So you're going to be doing a lot about that. You're going to be doing a lot with the Sun there, Venus there, Mercury there, Uranus there. You're going to maybe find something that liberates you, that you've never done before, but that you're doing on your own. And it kind of opposes the moon in Scorpio in your 6th house. So there is like this opposition there, this stress, you could say, between wanting to relax and on the other hand, maybe having just a lot on your plate. But with Scorpio, because it's a full moon in Scorpio. It's once a year we have a full moon in Scorpio, always around this time. It shows transformation. So when you apply it the right way, you are definitely able, and when you are that kind of Gemini that has a lot to do, you know, you have a lot of responsibilities, whether it is family or work, this is an opportunity to transform that in a different way, dealing with this. Yes, there will always be the responsibilities, but in a new way that you kind of relax, because that's what it's all about. This Uranus wants to liberate you when it comes to relaxing and doing stuff on your own, basically. That's the 12th house, and enjoying that. So although it's a bit of a juggling here, but it can really, once you've done it, you can really apply it for every single month that you kind of try to balance these two energies out. Yes, you do work a lot, for instance, or you do your daily routines, but you also kind of have some time deliberately to relax and to do something which you enjoy with the five senses, because it's in Taurus after all. So that's a bit how this energy plays out for you. Again, this is not the most important month for you, but I think a very gentle one. So when it comes to your work, definitely some things that, objectives that need to go, and others that you can work on. On a relationship level, this is not really in a general way about relationships, but on a relationship level, you've got the North Node in your sign. I've been telling that month after month, and this is again important for you, that you stay focused on you, and that you do you, and that you have a look at what you can do to change yourself. And that doesn't mean to say that you don't have to deal with other people, but focus on you is definitely, with the North Node in your sign, still a very important something there. Now, having said that, thank you so much for watching. You know, it's again above the 5 minutes, but anyway, getting there. Thank you so much for watching. See you next month. Bye bye.